Welcome everyone to the perspective part of this course. The perspective that I'm going to explain is how I use it. Since this is going to be a fisheye, we're going to be bending the horizon line ever so slightly. Our first vanishing point is here. On a fisheye, that would mean that instead of straight lines, our lines are bending. The entire world is being warped. So that means that on the sides, they become more distorted. And what I would love to see as well is, since it bends here, I would like to see this circle. Like it's bending away from us. So the spacing is wider here, and then you just taper it off on the sides. But you just keep drawing through it, because this is at first how I would practice fisheye, like very light. And see here it bends in the opposite direction, and here it bends in that direction. So if the entire canvas, like the world would be warped into a sphere, you divide it, and then you start dividing it here, and same in the opposite. Divide it here, half, and then you keep distorting it to the sides. And that is basically that principle, what I'm doing here. If you can see, it's warped. Like normal perspective is more straight lines. And this is a pretty distorted, then you just bend it more into this circle. Like you can see this circle like taking place here. I took my artistic freedom to already bend it here. So actually the circle is much more shallow than that. And that was my artistic freedom there. You just need to be consistent in the overall shape that the lens is warping. Still don't feel like this is warping like properly enough. So I would extend this. Let's try to get the similar effect. Because we are warping this pretty big now. It's following the circle effect that we had. Same here. Same here for the top of the table. Now we're bending. And sometimes I feel afterwards like, I could have bended that more. But we're sort of looking down now because the lens is totally warping everything. So we have our tablecloth bending. It's all following the same rule. Like I chose now to distort everything. They're drinking their beers. And we see a little bit of the top because the horizon line is here and now they're below it. And here's the beer, which is also warped. Like every little element should be warped in this. Near the end of the table. Right, and here the little feet of this bench. Right here, side of the table, where we have our tablecloth. The bench first, so we draw that through. Right here the bench, following the lens, the little side of the bench because it's warping, the little wall here that divides them. And then you have the windows, which are also warping right now. And then maybe you can even see the top of the canteen. Like here, warping. You're probably gonna see it here again. Okay, here we have another bench, warping again. And we have another person sitting here. Just keep following this horizon line. Just keep warping that table as well here. The other person that was sitting here. But I would first draw this waitress. Now you would see the more of a side view here. I'll probably change her pose when I'm going to do it in my sketchbook. Like I warped it a bit too much here, see? Like sometimes too much is too much. It's not a perfect science. These fish eyes take a lot of artistic license. Like I think she'll also be a little bit smaller. Here we have the side of the table. It's turning away from us. And you can see because it's a fisheye, it keeps warping, so you can get more in the space as a lens here would stop because it's warping right now. Like the distortion on the sides gets bigger, so you can actually get much more in there. You can get the dog in there as well. There's the side of the window, and I like these lines because they get the picture together. And here you can get the exit of the diner. See, now you got the entire room here because it warps like at the horizon line. And this would be in darkness because it's the shadows of the people sitting there. And here, this table would be here, and this guy's beer would be here, or food or whatever he's having, and this could continue there. So as you can see, because of the distortion, you can actually draw more. Actually, you can divide that here because it's further away, and then you can start adding the planes here. And those wings, we see the bottom of them because they follow the same fisheye. Here too, this plane right here. And here's our horizon line. And you can add people like working here outside in the cars. And here we have having the beers here. And this keeps going here. And a little bit of shadow here for her. And for the dog. And you see that ties it all together. Same for the plane here. There would be a shadow here and a shadow there. And probably there's a plane taking off here. And I hope that kind of demystified the process of fisheyes and that they're actually these very low angles here, like the very pushed vanishing points that can create these sort of holo effects. So please try for yourself. It's super fun. As you can see, you can get a lot more on the page because it warps than on the 35mm in the next one, where we are going to render this one in my sketchbook as I would if I would be sitting there in person.